So we finally got here to Frankfort, Illinois, where I came to meet Dave to pick up a really cool vintage piece that I can't wait to show you guys later. But first, look at all the gear behind us. I can't wait to have Dave tell us all about everything. So we're gonna, right? It's your first time ever doing this, but you're gonna join a prestigious club of people that show off their big collections, because yours is crazy.
I'm honored.
It's awesome. So we're gonna get started. We'll show you everything that's in the collection, and then I will show you the piece that I came here across the country to the Midwest to get. Dave, how long have you been collecting?
Probably around 2006, 2007. I started with the vintage gear. I always had a stereo. You know, when I was 15, I got my first job, and I was saving up for a stereo, not for a car. Everybody was saving up for a stereo. I mean, for a car, and I want a stereo, you know. My buddy, Joe, who I went to school with, he had a brother who was handicapped. He was paraplegic, and he had his basement was his room, and I'd go over to visit my friend, and he introduced me to his brother, and he had a Marantz receiver, which I have now. And he had, I think it were KLH speakers and a dual turntable, and he played some music on it, and I never heard like a real stereo before, and it just blew me away. And this was like 8th grade, you know, so I gotta get a nice stereo, you know. And his brother passed away a few years ago, and we were cleaning out the basement, and I found that Marantz.
Is that the one in the garage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the 2015.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I gotta have this. You know, he goes, yeah, take it. You know, because that's the first piece that I really heard. You know, what a stereo is supposed to sound like on. You know, so I'm not selling that one.
So 20 years of collecting. And you got some really nice stuff.
Yeah,
You definitely do. I want to start with this rack, and then we'll go across, because I think there's a lot of really big, rare pieces kind of on every rack, so it's going to be kind of fun. What is the Pioneer CD player?
That's actually from Japan. That one, that's the one with it's called a stable platter mechanism. It's got in there where you put the CD, instead of label up, you put it label down.
Really?
And the entire platter spins.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
It's
like a turntable. Yeah. Kind of hard to see, but see, you load it, and you put that part up instead of the laser reading it from the bottom, and the whole platter spins, and it's supposed to be much more stable, so less, you know, jitter or whatever it is, you know, wow flutter. Wow. If it was an actual turntable. Got that from Japan.
PDT-04.
Yeah, and I had to get an adapter for that, you know, because it's only 100 volts.
Oh, okay. You need a transformer.
Yeah.
You got a nice Onkyo Integra. You don't see too many Integra cassette decks.
No.
Like, that is a loaded cassette deck too.
Yeah, it's a 3-head, you know, AccuBias, all the fun stuff.
That's a CA2070. Got a DBX above it. This one's really cool though. So Audio Control did all the Richter scale stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the C101.
No?
No.
Oh man, these were so popular. That's got the dot graph spectrum analyzer, you know. Yeah, they're all LEDs.
So does it pick up the room, or does it pick up through the signal?
Signal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was talking loud, because I was trying to see if it was.
I'm trying to make this work.
Sometimes they do that. There's some of these things that do that. That's always exciting.
Yeah. No, that's
amazing.
I can hook up. You can hook up a mic to it.
Uh-huh.
And then you can have it in the room if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Like if you were making a recording of something.
Yeah. No, that is sick.
You know.
Then you got the Pioneer Reverb.
Yeah, I got
SR9.
Two of those. Yeah. Yeah, that's the really cool pulsing tunnel. That won't go. You need input. Yeah.
But that'll just beat with the music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So as the reverb's going at higher levels, you can make it kind of fill those.
Yeah, it got the rings come out. You know, it's like it got this oval, and it expands and contracts like a 3D kind of effect. It's pretty cool.
They're very popular. A lot of people do the silver ones that have the blue, but I actually like the green.
Yeah, I like the green too.
Better. So if they mix green and silver, they'd really have me.
Yeah.
Or green, But
how about multicolor?
Multicolor would be cool, like the Sansui reverbs.
Yeah.
So, but I love the look of that, especially when that's going. This one, hey, isn't this what Dave had? The other Dave? We just came from another guy, Dave. Everybody on the trip's name's Dave.
So you're going to get this all everybody confused.
So the DBX 3BX, I'm pretty sure this is what he had. So this is just an expander, right?
Yeah.
Expanders are really good to put in the systems, though, because it really works. They're some of my favorite things to put in there.
Yeah, it does make a difference. It's not just, makes it louder. You can actually...
You feel the room.
The dynamic range is actually, expanded, which is really cool.
Now, what is this one? This one I'm not familiar with at all.
That's a A&D, which was, it's Iowa and Diatone. Diatone was Mitsubishi. And they merged or had some joint projects together. But that's a super nice one. That's a direct drive one.
That.
Yeah, hit the eject.
Where are we at?
Oh man, I don't have my glasses.
Me neither, if it makes you feel any better.
Where the heck's the eject? I can't even remember.
Right there.
No, that's stop. Well,
oh, nice.
And then,
oh, that's great.
Yeah, cool little
It's got
feature.
the meters. You got the backlight.
Yeah, it's got the. Or no, I'm sorry. It's not Iowa. It's a Kai.
Okay.
It's a Kai because it's got the glass GX heads.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So you never have to worry about the heads. The heads are fine forever.
Good
Any
forever.
of the glass heads, they're just they're good forever. Now over here, this is something that I've also never seen, and that's a DBX CD player.
Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty rare.
Yeah, I have not seen that.
And that has the expansion and compression and ambience and all that. You can change on that. You don't need an extra DBX unit. Yeah. You can do a lot more with this, but that's just a general kind of expansion and compression kind of thing.
Now I've seen the DVD, the 2900 from Denon, very good, super audio.
Yeah.
CD player. Got the biggest Hitachi receiver. This is their monster receiver.
Yeah.
The SR 2004. So any good stories behind this one? Where'd you get this one?
That one I just got that one off eBay. Had to drive a couple hundred miles to get it.
Look at that.
Yeah, I had when the guy worked on it, because it was I think I had one of the channels out or something, and I had him put the blue LEDs instead of all white in just the meters.
I like the blue in those. In that,
Yeah.
it looks really good. And I see the white in the center. That really makes a difference. If it was all blue, it'd be a little too.
Yeah, because
much.
people go too nuts with that Marantz blue. They want everything, like they do the Pioneers blue, and
Yeah.
I don't like that. But a little bit of blue here and there is good.
Yeah, that's their monster. So you have the biggest Hitachi, and then you have the biggest Sony. Right next to it.
Yeah.
So the Sony, which lights up green, which is amazing. The STR V7 is their monster.
Yeah, that's 150 a channel.
So where'd you get this one?
eBay. Just about everything here is
okay.
eBay. Yeah, I mean, because
did they ship this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This one I drove to get.
Okay.
This one got shipped.
Shipping the monsters is tough.
I've had a couple bad experiences with that.
Dual power meters and the green look of the Sonys is
yeah, it's very
really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we were talking about this one earlier.
Mm-hmm. I believe that's plugged in.
The JVC.
Or no, that one is not plugged in currently. But yeah, it's just it's another processor, and it's like an ambience, more of like a stereo expanding kind of thing. I have not listened to it yet. I just got that not too long ago, so it's not hooked up.
Then under it, is this one on?
Yeah, no, I can plug it in if you want, but that's just an oscilloscope. That's Kenwood's.
I think I had this one time.
Yeah, the Pioneer one goes for crazy money.
There's a couple Pioneers. One of them is on my list of things to get, and I know
it's really nice, but you're gonna spend.
I have a friend that has
$4,000.
it, so it's waiting for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Once I decide to go for it, but yeah, it's
very pricey.
It's very pricey.
And this one I got for I think $400. So.
Oh, that's enough. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's a steal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. It's fun to watch.
You get a Kenwood.
That's their top of the line 917 tuner.
That's a big tuner.
Yeah, it looks. Everybody says I thought that was a receiver. You know, because
I thought it was a receiver.
Yeah, that's like one of the best.
So this is probably one. I'm guessing that a lot of the nicer tuners, and I have no idea any stations around here, but a lot of them you can pull stereo without even having an antenna. It's getting close, and I don't even.
Well, being in the basement.
There we go.
It's hard.
Got it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just guessing it's stations, but you can see it picking up from the meter right away. But we got something in stereo with, I'm guessing, no antenna. It does have this IF band that lights up green, which is interesting. I am not familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm not. That's narrow, the bandwidth, the narrow and wide, I think. Yeah, see? That's quieting. IF band right there. See, and then that changes when
no way.
Wide and narrow. There's wide, regular, and narrow.
Wow. See if it makes a difference on picking. Wow. No, that's super cool. I've never seen that one before. That is a massive tuner.
Yeah. The Sansui, their top of line tuner, I think it's called X1.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen one of those? The black one? It's got a separate tuning knob for AM and a separate tuning knob for FM.
Oh.
So, and the tuners are completely like isolated from each other, so there's no kind of interference or whatever. It's crazy expensive, but it's really nice.
I like the Sansui where it's got the round tuner, where the dial goes in a circle.
Oh, those are the old,
and
the
like
older?
the real old, Just it's like one of those interesting pieces.
Yeah.
You got a phase linear set, model 2000, and the 400. So the monsters before, phase linear, before Carver started doing Carver products,
right.
He had all the phase linear. And he used to work out of this little tiny shop it's still there. Now it's like a smoothie taco shop or something in a shopping center behind a Safeway.
Where's that at?
I wish I could remember off the top of my head, but I have a video on the history of phase linear, and it's actually just pictures of it in that.
Oh, okay. So, we'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
This is just a audio timer, and then
the Sansui reverbs. That's interesting. That looks like the pulsating light boxes that you would get. And do you have one? No way.
Wait,
dude. We might have to power that up. Wow. See, it looks just like one of those.
Yep. Yeah, it's got the distorted lens in front of it, so it kind of blurs the lights because you can't see exactly the light bulbs. It makes it like a blurred, smeared kind of image.
Oh yeah.
And that's pretty cool. When you turn it, it expands like the lights and everything.
Sansui always did a good job with those.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that one you can actually adjust the time. You can do the reverb, and then it's got a thing for the time delay also. You can change the time delay.
Wow. And then this, so the Amco switch box. So I came here to buy the Sansui switch box. Mm-hmm. And this is what you replaced it with.
Right.
So you can do 20 amps, 20 speakers.
I think it's got an
A
and B. Yeah,
it's probably 20.
But you can actually when you turn it on, and you hit so right now it's on A, so it'll change the thing. But if you do the B, it doesn't.
Oh, interesting.
Then when you turn to B, it doesn't work. The lights don't change. B. Yeah. So you can have two different sources, but yeah, for some reason
that makes sense.
Yeah. And then there's a master volume.
Okay, so it's A and B as a source. So you can have two sources, 20 amps.
No, this A and B are the speakers.
Oh.
Yeah, A and B are the speakers. There's two sources.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how this is hooked up to why you have two sets of switches for the speakers. All I know is that A is the one that changes the lights.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. Don't know that aspect of it.
Are you gonna hook everything up? Is that the plan?
It's all gonna be hooked up.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, and then I've got this little switcher here for my CD players and tape decks.
Uh-huh.
So I can pick the DBX tape deck with the Hitachi receiver and the AR9s, or whatever combination I want.
That's super sick. You got the Crown amp.
That's actually like a switcher, too.
Really?
Yeah. It's so you can choose up to 3 different amplifiers, and it's just like a meter unit. You know, if you don't have any
Dude,
power
I didn't know
meters,
they made one of these. Where do you get this stuff that I've never seen? Literally everything on the shelf, like I have not seen that, and I literally have not seen this. So it's a crown switcher.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you wanted power meters and your amp didn't have it, you got that, and then you could hook up 3 different amps to it.
It's a modern day Duke.
Yeah,
it is a modern day Duke.
Or an old school Duke. I'm sorry.
Old school,
yeah.
Right, totally. But yeah.
Wow. So 3 amps, 3 pairs of speakers, 2 pairs of headphones.
Yeah, and then you could adjust the sensitivity of the meters, and you could also adjust the hold time of the meters.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so you know, yeah, it's pretty cool.
The Duke is the modern day
Equivalent.
Yeah, the Duke's the modern day equivalent. Because I don't think many of the other ones don't have the meters. So turntables in the center.
Yeah.
You have one of the biggest Denons there are, if not the biggest.
Well, there's I forget the model number, but it's like the model for the radio stations. And that one weighs like, 100 pounds, and it's like
separate tone arm.
Yeah, and it's like this thick, and yeah. But no, that is a pretty beefy turntable and a real nice finish on the wood.
See, I touch the buttons, but I don't open the turntable. I never know how the dust covers are going to go. So
yeah, and I got a really nice card on there. It's the Shure
V15 VX.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the guy was selling, and these go for like $500.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the guy was selling his. He didn't have a needle, the original needle.
Okay.
So I'm like, for $200, I'll take it. And I got a replacement needle, but their needle they had was special. It was I think it might have been beryllium or something. It was like super light.
Yeah, the Shure cartridges like that. Like I used to get turntables traded in that were like not turntables you would keep.
Right.
But they'd have the cartridge
Shure on there.
Pop the Shure off. Turntable gets
yeah
off to another home, but the Shure stays.
Yeah, when I go to the different thrift stores and stuff, and I'll find a crappy, like you said, a crappy turntable, and first thing I do is check the cartridge.
Yep. Or it's like when you find B&Os, right? So the B&O turntables tend to be just a pain to work on, and they're a lot of trouble. But the cartridges are very valuable because the people that keep the B&O turntables and get them fixed up need that cartridge. So now we got 2 monsters under here. So there's a story about this one, right?
Yeah, that's the Plus 130 Sanyo, and that one is identical in face-wise, the layout and everything, to the Plus 200, which there was only 4 of them made, and this they didn't make. I think there was only a model run of like 1,500 on the 130, so that's pretty rare.
Wow.
But the 200 came in 2 separate pieces, separate amplifier, and the tuner and preamp were in a different unit, but you could dock them together if you wanted, or have them separated.
It's so clean.
Yeah, it is.
Like it really looks clean.
And the really cool thing about this one is the tuner. Oh. It has the digital readout, but it tunes.
No way.
It moves. Yeah.
You see that, Tom?
Do it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Display moves with the tuner?
Yeah. So the display is like the needle, kind of.
Oh my gosh.
That's
yeah,
really
because
neat.
it's got a tuning dial string in there.
Yeah.
And wow. Man. They didn't do that on any of the other models.
I have not seen that.
I know of.
No, not on. Maybe,
maybe the bigger one.
The bigger one. Have you seen any of the like? There's a Plus 75, and they didn't have that on there.
I haven't seen one turned on. Oh. So in Nick's collection that I've toured a couple times in Florida, I'm pretty sure he has a Sanyo, but I don't know if it's ever been on because I have not seen that.
Oh, okay.
So.
But I don't recall any other company coming up with that.
No, I've never. Nothing at all.
So that's pretty cool.
Nothing at all. And then the Onkyo down here.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That one's just beautiful to look at.
Now this has the same type of system, differently done, but it has the analog tuner with the digital.
It's got a
readout
digital, but it doesn't
on the
go
side.
along.
It doesn't go along the
with
side.
with the dial, no.
So the 8500 MK2. This is what Wolf had. Wolf had one of these, I think, or he had the Hitachi. He might have had the Hitachi. This looks like a machine.
That one is really beefy. That one's got dual transformers.
I love how the glass
solid.
kind of comes off.
And it's smoked too. But yeah, that's a beautiful, really beautiful piece. That's one of the nicest looking receivers around, I think.
It really is. Got just monster after monster. Now we have underneath is the Kenwood.
Mm-hmm. Now that one, you're in for a shock.
Ooh. Oh.
Actually, I didn't want that blue. I wanted that white.
I don't know, man.
It does look kind of cool, but it's pretty bright. I'd like it to be toned down a little bit. I put a separate LED strip in behind the meters, and I had it on warm white. And for some reason, when I moved and reinstalled it, it flipped to blue. Yeah.
You got the remote. You just...
No, I don't have the remote.
Oh.
Yeah, I lost the remote, so I got to take the thing out and reset it. But yeah,
I love the light on the inputs.
Yeah, that's got the chord select. I think that's the one that got the chord select tuning. It's got the same tuner that the Kenwood. That's 200 watts a channel. That's a real powerhouse.
I just love that it comes on at a separate time.
Yeah,
and that's because it's a strip, right?
Yeah, it's just.
I love it.
It's just an LED strip behind it.
I love that, and I love how like the speakers light up red, the inputs light up red. That's super cool. And then underneath you have the Sansui Quad,
which is awesome looking.
Now, have you used anything in quad?
I've tried a few things. Yeah, some of it's really good, but a lot of it's kind of like.
Yeah.
You know, and in fact, I had bought a couple quad albums, and I bought a Santana Abraxas album in quad. I put it on, and I got so much record noise, so much hiss.
Ah.
I don't know.
Now, were you using a Shibata cartridge?
No, I was just using.
Because that might help that.
I was just,
or make it worse.
Yeah. I never got that much noise with the cartridge on another record. It was just this record, the way it was mixed, the quad was mixed, but it was just like. But yeah, that's it sounds pretty. I mean, some of it sounds really cool. You know, like I said, others is just like, okay.
Tom loves the Sansui look. Tom, your first receiver was the Sansui.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a 881? No.
The SS800.
Wow.
SS800.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what.
It's a smaller model. It's definitely.
It's like an older school. I think it's like a little before the 70s. Solid state 800. I honestly don't remember much about it. It was so long ago.
You got the Sound Craftsman amp.
Yeah, that's 250. That's a powerhouse.
Then you get the
channel.
The light smooth as the music goes. So it's cool. Sound Craftsman always made really cool amps and EQs
and very well made too. Their build quality was really good.
It's probably really heavy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The handles are there for a reason.
So you have the Kenwood GE1100 graphic EQ.
Yeah, that's got the reverb in it and the fluorescent.
Yeah. I love the way they did their meters, and it's almost like it's like a big display, but they kind of like miniaturized it, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And everything lights up, which is just amazing.
Yeah,
and then
it's cool at night. And then this is a smaller EQ that you have to turn on with the Pioneer.
Dang.
And that's all multicolored, that display. So that looks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all green.
Is the audio hooked up?
I'll have to figure out.
I'll put some B-roll over this. You guys will see what that looks like.
All right.
So this kind of beats like the Pioneer does.
Yeah.
But in color.
Yes.
Which is what you wish the Pioneer did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Pioneer has a little cooler effect with the ovals, but this is, multicolored, and it's got a little depth to it too. You can see like there's different levels. So yeah, it's pretty neat looking.
I've never seen the GE74. Didn't know this existed. Didn't know that existed at all. Got another C101.
Yeah.
But then underneath you got this audio denoiser, which has, so it's a Kenwood, but the meters almost look like the Marantz cassette deck meters, which is wild.
Yeah.
So what is that? That's just
it's a series of filters. So if you got your tapes, this was before Dolby, and it has like you can select the range of your filters, and if it's you got like some bad tape hiss you want to get rid of, you hit I don't know 19 hertz or kilohertz or 15 kilohertz, and then you tune it in, and you can really like narrow down that amount of hiss you get with that with the specific frequency kind of.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a really unique thing, and it goes with the it's the same style as the Kenwood
scope.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a stack right there that you probably don't see every day. Those two together.
I was gonna put them together, but the way I have like limited space, I didn't want to get a fourth rack.
It shows them all better when they're separate.
Yeah.
You'll have a fourth rack.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. This piece here, this sound enhancer, what does that do?
That does a ton of stuff. Record scratch remover.
Really?
Yeah, like that, like the SAE unit, that impulse noise reduction. But this is a digital one, and the SAE was an analog one. And then it's got, I think it's got ambience, spatial, different like spatial settings. It just it's stereo. If you got a mono recording, it's got the simulated stereo. You can mess around with that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've recorded a couple albums using the scratch reducer. It works pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an amazing piece.
So, a weird thing about it, though, the power button is behind.
Really?
Yeah, so it's kind of inconvenient. But
that's how you protect me from pressing buttons. Everybody, the comments that I get all the time are, "I can't believe they let you touch buttons." Like, it's okay. I've touched stuff before. I know.
I made him sign a disclaimer. So,
yeah. The check goes up if I break something. So underneath, this one's lit up.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites, the Pioneer.
The 1280?
Yeah. When I first wanted to get my first stereo, that was the top of the line, the 1980, because it's the same series, but the 1980 came a few months after the 1280, because Marantz, once this came out, Marantz bumped up theirs, and Sansui bumped up theirs, so Pioneer said, "Oh, all right, let's go 270 a channel," And this is, I believe, 185 or 180. And but that was like, at the time, that was my dream receiver. And I ended up getting a SX 680 because that was all I could afford.
Yeah.
But I got this. I had a 72 Chevelle.
Okay.
And we needed some money. And it was sitting in my garage. It ran, but it wasn't finished. I was never getting enough around to finish it, So I sold it, and I'm like, I gotta have something to remember that car by, So I said, I'm gonna get that receiver I always wanted when I was, first started working. So I bought the 1280.
Wow.
And then I bought the Kenwood KR 9050 next, and then I just started.
And it just happened.
Yeah.
You're just
one thing after another. Yeah.
It's like, I need that next one.
Yeah. And they were cheap at the time. Back
like maybe 6 years ago.
No, a little more than that. I got this probably maybe about 12 years ago.
Okay. A lot different in price. Yeah.
Now they're triple what they were when I got them.
Oh yeah. I love how the tuning dial, all the notches just kind of glisten in whatever.
Yeah, they're like mirrored.
Have.
Yeah, it looks.
It's like little diamonds going across.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah.
So, do you use your little tuning station? Yeah.
I kind of know where everything is, so.
It's very interesting. I don't think I've ever. Usually, they're not even in the center. Usually, they're just like here or underneath.
Yeah.
But always curious if
I never quite got what that was until I was talking to a guy at an audio store, and I go, what the heck are these things for anyway? And he's like, yeah, those are just station markers, so
So you don't have to write with magic marker or permanent marker on the front of them, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody, you'll see it. People will mark up the faceplate with their station if they don't have that. So I guess they said, well, we've seen enough of that. We don't want people marking them up. So they added that. Whether that's the true story or not, I've seen so many receivers where it's literally just lines, and they either do them up here on the top, on the front, right underneath, just all the way across with all their stations.
Not good.
So next to this, so this is interesting. So have you seen his shirt? So I'm guessing you're a big fan.
Yeah, I really like the Nico gear. I think it's very well made and very underrated.
And this is their biggest one they ever made.
That's the big boy.
So you have quite a bit of the biggest ones ever made. The
Yeah.
Pioneer, that kind of counts. If you get the bigger one, it's really just twice the size. So
It wouldn't fit.
It wouldn't fit. You'd have to redo the shells, and you're not putting it up there.
No.
But I love the way this has that like deep blue. It's not overwhelming.
Right.
It has what I
It's
feel
got the same kind of thing as the Onkyo with the...
Yes, I feel like what they did is they took like some of the best stuff of all the different brands. So the Onkyo, glass, you have the Pioneer at that time before the 50 series had the blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it almost has the knobs of like a Kenwood.
Yeah.
So they're just like, let's just take everything from every brand. Let's just throw it into one receiver so people like that. And they do.
Yeah. That's a pretty rare one. And fun fact about Nico, you should do a little thing on Nico, a history of Nico.
I should. I know who to call.
Yeah. They had back in I believe it was in the 80s. Mid 80s. The sales were coming down, and so they had to do some cost cutting. So the new CEO laid off a bunch of guys. They outsourced the work, and in Japan, that's like traditional. Unions are held in very high regard, and you don't go behind anybody's back. That's dishonorable. Honor is a big thing in Japan, and the employees owned 10% of the shares of the company. And they were so upset with what the management did that if you owned 10% or more of the shares of the company, you could ask for a liquidation. So they started to they wanted to start a liquidation of the company.
Oh, wow.
They were going to all lose their jobs, but they would lose their jobs we don't want our work outsourced. You went behind our back.
Yeah.
This was dishonorable. And they had a board meeting, and the chairman or the CEO resigned.
Usually they resign in a different way in Japan when the CEO and the company goes bad, but that's interesting. I've never heard of that happening.
Yeah.
At least
it's pretty unique.
Wow. And then we got the 2325.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite Marantz.
Yeah, that's a really cool.
125 watts. You can always tell the wattage on the Marantz because of the number.
Mm-hmm. So
the 2 changes to a 3 when it hits 100. So you got 125 watts.
That one I got. A friend of mine had a bunch of audio gear. He was an older guy, and he was one of my other friends said, yeah, Dave, he sells a lot of stuff on eBay, because this guy wanted to get rid of some of this stuff. So he contacted me and he says, will you sell this stuff for me and I'll give you a percentage, And I'm like, okay. So I'm going through his stuff. He had a lot of turntables, and then I saw this. He wanted to sell the Marantz, and I'm like, really? I go, why do you want to sell that? He goes, oh, I got some Macintosh gear. So okay. And I said, hey, instead of my cut that I'm gonna get for selling you all this stuff, I go, give me that for a really good price. And he's like, okay.
That's a deal.
So I got that for like I think it was like $400. He sold it to me.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
And he had it all redone prior, so all new caps and everything.
Yeah, it's in great shape.
And he put the LEDs in. So I'm like, yeah, that'll be my fee.
I bet this whole thing, you know, you turn all this on at night, turn the lights off. I bet
it looks pretty
really
sweet,
good.
yeah.
Now underneath, we're going to go over here first. You got the receiver with the big knobs. Look at that. So this is their biggest
Single
receiver in one piece.
Yeah.
And I love having the debate and would love everybody to let me know in the comments whether you consider the 22,000 and 33,000 as separates or a receiver, since the preamp is separate than the amp. Let us know in the comments what you think about that. But this is just a monster.
Yeah.
The inputs are on the side.
Yeah, kind of weird. In some situations, it's good. You know, this kind of didn't work out too good. It's worked out on the one side, but then the inputs are on the other side. You know, so. But yeah, it's you know, it's not a hard workaround.
So is between all the different brands, which sound do you like the best? Is there a certain one where you're like, I like this brand sound?
You know, I've tried comparing. When I had the Sansui switch box that you're buying, I would, you know, tune all to the same radio station, and I switch out, and the biggest difference was I couldn't get the levels. So the one that was a little bit louder, like, wow, that one sounds really good. You know, my friends are like, I think that one's a little bit louder. You know, so really, I can't tell a whole lot of difference between them. I mean, if I had a CD going and I could make sure the levels were matched, you know, you might be able to tell a little bit of difference. But I think all these units were built so well, the sound quality is, you know, excellent on pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
You know, unless there's a cap going bad or something, you know, you wouldn't be able to tell really the difference.
Sure.
And my feeling on the Sansui with the separates and or a receiver, I feel since you're able to dock them, that or connect them in some way, that they are a receiver.
Very
that they're
good.
not separates.
That's a great one. I am going to go the opposite way, because if I didn't, it wouldn't make it a fun video.
Right.
So I'm going to say they're separates because they're in separate boxes. But I think if they could have shipped them easier in one, I'm sure they would have made them in one.
Yeah.
Which would have been wild, by the way.
Oh.
Like all that in one cabinet.
Yeah, you'd have to put it in a crate, man.
Yeah, it would have been a mess. So now this is pretty rare, but the next piece
Uber.
is uber rare.
Yeah.
All right, so I know nothing about this at all.
So this is the Citation receiver, Harman Kardon. Their top of line brand was Citation. They made a ton of separates, really nice quality separates, and they decided to make a Citation receiver. They only made one, and I believe it's 80 or 90 watts a channel. This one has dual transformers. It's like over-engineered, and very few of them. I've heard some people have told me 200. You know, I've heard definitely under 500. Could be as few as 200, and who knows how many of them are still out there. This is the only one I've ever seen on eBay. And I bought it.
And you got not only that green display on the front, you have a display on the top
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
the one thing. When, like I was telling you before, you can, I don't know if you can see a little bit of light shine through there. There was another tuning needle that went along, so you could, if you have it placed lower when you're tuning, you could see where the needle is, kind of. But it got damaged in shipping, and I had to replace the plastic. This was all smashed, so the needle was cracked. The needle that went in here this way, that was cracked off.
And you said this case opens up in a special way, right?
Yeah, the top, you slide it back, and then you can see it flips up this way. It's like got a hinge in back, and it goes.
Kind of like a car hood.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Now they only keep getting bigger and and rarer. So you have the Rotel, the RX 1603, which has that, classic Rotel
industrial kind of.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly they were going for, but it's unique, and I think it looks really good how they kind of have the glass kind of move with, the different meters and stuff that they have on it.
Yeah, I like that.
And then this one has the inputs on the top.
On the top of it, yeah.
Which is wild, I guess, because it's probably too hard to get behind it because it's so big. This actually goes out past your rack.
Yeah, I had to cut out the
on
back.
both sides. It sticks out past here, and you cut out the back.
I knew I was going to have a little bit of a problem with that one, but I made it work as the best I could. But yeah, that's 180. That's 185 channel. Huge. The transformer's like bigger than a coffee can, diameter wise, not as tall, but it's very large, and that's super heavy. Got a lot of controls on it, so you can tweak it a lot and stuff. And the knobs are solid, machined aluminum. They don't have the plastic inserts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty solid piece.
Now another super rare one right next to it. This is probably more rare.
Yeah. Project was, I believe it was Playback's house brand, and it's got I was starting to replace some of the meters because they were failing, so that's why it's got the one black. The Pioneer meters SX series fit perfectly in there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and these are known to kind of go bad. I guess they went cheap on the meters. So I'm looking for. I've got the power meters. I got to install yet. I just haven't found the signal strength meter.
You hear that, Nick? Nick, if you're watching, I know you have a lot of these, and maybe you have one that doesn't work, and maybe you got a meter that does. So. Yeah,
but that's 150. That's sounds fantastic, and that was like I said, the house brand for Playback, and underrated for sure.
I love the look of this Pioneer, how they put everything up top.
So you've seen this one before, right?
I have.
What's different about this one?
What's different about this one?
Yeah. Not the lights.
This?
No, but you're close.
I do like that, though. I don't know if you can see that.
That's a depth. Yeah, it kind of like when you turn it, it like swirls around. I don't know if you can see that.
That is wild.
Yeah, but I changed out the knobs because they had the black plastic, the straight up and down. Yeah. I thought that looked just really cheap, and I like the, they're the same knobs as like these. I don't know if that's input or whatever. I just found a couple on eBay and I bought them, and I like the look of it better that way. I still got the originals, in case somebody wants to buy it or I sell it and they're like, oh, you don't have the originals. But
a lot of details though, like the speaker selectors.
Yeah,
lit
those
up
light up. I know, it's really neat.
And then you have another.
That's a Kenwood. That's got a really cool green glow to it.
And this was in their first run line, right? Maybe not completely.
This was right around the time, I think, like these.
Because it's a quad.
Yeah, this was around the time that these units were out too, I think. In the early 70s, I want to say like 73.
Just like have all the little meters down the bottom. I love that, how they're just like miniature. But it still looks really good on the front. Tom, what's your favorite piece?
Probably this, to be honest. Just the control that you get. I mean, I do all the pro stuff and dial in reverbs as effects and stuff, and I think this has the most you can really play with. It would just be for fun. I honestly don't actually use reverbs, but for home audio, but I would play with that. And just a lot of the processors that I haven't seen, I do think are very cool. But yeah, I mean, all the receivers are like either the biggest one or the second biggest one, which is awesome.
What brand of receiver would you pick? Do you know?
What is it? The It starts with a C. What is this one called?
Citation?
Citation?
Yeah, sorry. I was like, what you're actually, like, over-engineered, that actually sounds cool to me. So I actually would probably, I haven't listened to it. It's such a unique thing, but I feel like I would go for that.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I mean, it's like the what's Sansui, the Deluxe 8. I don't know, do you work on anything?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well,
You have worked on stuff.
I mean, a little
Don't
stuff.
kid yourself.
I've worked on stuff. I guess I'm not.
the Sansui Deluxe 8
Okay.
is supposed to be the best engineered repairman. Love to work on it.
Sure. That's definitely a thing.
It's supposed to be really solid. So it's kind of like that, you know. Mm-hmm. I got that at Goodwill for $40.
Oh, sweet.
$40.
Yeah.
I just want to like
Go ahead.
feel the weight. Oh, it's
Yeah,
got some
you
weight
gotta
to
lift
it.
up. Yeah, if you want to take it out, you got to lift up the one.
I'm not a
side.
guitar player. I just know Les Pauls are heavy, and I just wanted to see. If
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
heavy.
it looks.
Now this is gonna fall over.
Here. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's. I never got the price tag all the
Like
way
I'm
off.
not even pulling the Goodwill tag off.
But 35. That's what I got for 35. And it's
Dang, they just write. Look at that permanent marker on the back.
That's what that is. I think that's that grease pen or whatever. You know, that'll come off. But yeah, I just never got around to getting the tag or anything off. But yeah, it's in really nice shape, man.
Yeah.
And my daughter has one of those. She bought an acoustic guitar, and she's trying to learn how to play it. And she got one of those like like an auto tuner, and it tunes your guitar for you. So she tuned it, but I'm missing the what's the smallest one? The E string. That's the one that breaks all the time. Mm-hmm. But she tuned everything else up. So
Nice.
yeah, and then I got a knockoff of a Fender Stratocaster too.
Okay, yeah. Well, you can fix it. I mean, you can like replace the nut and the tuning and the bridge and the pickups and the electronics, and it probably sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Since you're already over here, Tom, I'm gonna let you do the speaker tour because he's got all kind of speakers over here.
Okay.
So I will hold the camera, and you can do that.
Okay. Well, I've actually not seen big Altecs like this. I see them in pictures all the time, and I've heard a lot of kind of lore and that they go for a lot. But it's very cool to see. They're kind of remind me of Klipsch speakers.
Yeah, well, they're horns. When you put a live album on, that's when these things shine.
It's like they're really there.
Yeah, and plus they're super efficient. I think they're like 105 dB or something with 1 watt. I had these playing for my brother-in-law. He came down here. We had Frampton Comes Alive on, and 10 watts, and it was like,
Oh yeah.
oh, it was deafening.
And then I saw, like, when we first came in, right away, I was like, these AR9s are awesome. And I do kind of want to take the grill off. Is that?
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Okay, gosh, I'm kind of nervous.
I rephoned those.
They yell at me for touching things in the comments, man. You just picked up a guitar,
Well, I'm more
took a
respectful.
speaker
I
grill
asked
off.
first. No, this is very, very cool. We did the we've done a few AR speakers. I don't think I've ever seen floor standers like this.
Yeah, they're that was their big model.
Now, are these like subs
Dual,
active?
yeah, they're dual woofers, and they I don't
Force
think.
cancellation?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, you got 4 12-inch woofers.
Tom, you know who has a pair of these?
No.
Chris Vaughn.
Oh.
So, and when I got them, the lady had the original boxes.
Wow.
And I had to say, I can't take the original boxes because they're so big
That
that
they wouldn't fit in your.
they wouldn't fit. And I was like, I'm not going to have anything to do with these.
No, I mean, this kind of design, it's like the dome tweeter. You do have like the dome kind of mid-range.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like tweeter, super tweeter.
No,
or...
it's tweeter, mid-range, and then like an upper bass.
But it kind of but it's like, I guess you have like a Kevlar and you have the silk kind of dome doing that kind of somewhat kind of.
Yeah, it's a
to each
four-way, four-way speaker, and they kind of, both do a little bit of that. There's a range where they both kind of hit, the same frequency, but I have no problem with the sound. So
Yeah.
they pulled it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I love these. These are always great because you can really roll off these, so all the lows are just with the sub, and it's real tight and clean. Big fan. Okay. And then you got the classic Yamahas.
Yeah, those.
These. Every time we visit people, they always have these.
Those are the 1000M studio monitors. Yeah, those are just all around great. The highs are just incredible. Those have the nicest highs out of all my speakers. I mean, the cymbals and triangles. It's like, it's amazing because those are the tweeter and the mid are beryllium, and they actually had to stop making those because when beryllium cracks, it is toxic.
Okay.
And there were guys getting sick at the Yamaha facility. Yeah. Now they have a different way of doing it. You know, I think it's like a vapor deposited kind of thing or something.
Okay.
Because I think they came out with the 10,000 like 5 or 6 years ago, and that's beryllium, I believe, but it's with the vapor deposited, not the actual solid beryllium dome. You know. So yeah, a little safer.
Yeah, you know, we haven't actually done a lot with the Yamahas. We've done so much with the HPM 100s, and I honestly see
my buddy's got a pair of those, and I'd like to get these together with those and see which one sounds nicer, because those HPMs sound really great too.
I'm seeing them more.
It's a totally different sound.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where like one sounds really good for one reason, and the other sounds really good for another reason.
What? That's something you should do on your channel. Do shootouts.
Oh, the shootouts?
Shootouts between speakers, you know, and different amps. And
next time I'm up in Chicago, we'll come by. We'll do one.
Okay.
And I'll
get my buddy's HPM 100s.
I love it.
And we'll come over here and we'll hook them up. And
I love it. That's a great idea.
So on top of those are the Dynacos, and I honestly don't know anything about that.
They're just.
I haven't seen them as like Dynaco speakers.
They have a really nice sound to them, not, you know, like super forward. It's a little more like kind of laid back sound to them, but a really rich. The tweeter that they use is just fantastic, and it's just a really nice, rich, warm sound to them. Like I said, they're a little bit small for this room. You know, if you want to crank it up, but in a smaller room, they sound, or like near field listening, they sound really good.
Yeah. Then you got some JBLs. I also, you know, I haven't done a lot we haven't done a lot with the JBLs, so I'm not as familiar with those.
You're in for a surprise.
Okay.
They put the woofers on the top.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of that is.
Just for this model?
I don't have my glasses, but they're 4311s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't mean anything to me.
That's the model.
Okay. Well, yeah, sure, but I don't know if that. I'm not familiar with them.
I mean, I get so confused with JBL speakers because they have so many models.
Thank you. I feel better.
There's the 4312. There's the
L100.
There's the, you know, it's like, wait, which one's is that? The one that looks like this, or, you know, it's they've hundreds of models.
I'll throw you off even more is that most people who had these, like a lot of restaurants had them, and they put them all sideways.
Okay.
For whatever reason.
To me, it just makes more sense to have the tweeter on top, but, you know, they sound nice, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, I don't understand that with the woofer on top.
If I was to guess, Tom, they're studio monitors, right? So if you're sitting at the studio, the bass is above you, and the tweeter and the mid range are ear level. Yeah.
But then
I'm gonna get eaten up. I'm gonna get eaten up in the comments on this one because I'm probably wrong.
Sideways.
Better you than me,
right?
Maybe you would put them sideways.
But see, but the Yamahas are studio monitors too.
This is correct. This is a true statement.
So, yeah.
Well, who knows? If you know, let us know.
This little JBL sign here.
That's on Robbie the Robot.
Oh yeah! Look at that.
For your convenience, I am monitored to respond to the name Robbie.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a lot of cool like signage. You got the Hitachi sign.
Yeah.
Over here, you got the Sony
I
sign.
can see that. That's actually cool. The deal, like when it says authorized dealer, that's good.
Yeah.
And then the posters.
That's really rare too.
Is that an original?
Yeah. Yeah, they commissioned some artists to do that for the quad. That's for the quad receivers. The QS, that was like the quad before there was QS, then SQ, and then CD4, I think it was. That was the last iteration of quad.
Sansui lives. Look at that. But quad doesn't.
Yeah.
Got a Maxell ad.
Yeah.
It's a little reflective, but
Yeah,
it's
I know,
there.
it's a
you
bad
guys,
spot for
you
it.
guys know what it looks like.
Yeah.
And then the 9000.
That's the
ad.
actual ad from
Yep,
from
you can
High Fidelity.
Right out of the magazine, you can see the crease.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's in great shape. Then over here, you got another Hitachi flag.
Yeah, I like the cloth banners. I think those are cool.
Yeah. And then this one, I saw the SAE with the rack on it.
Yeah, I used to have some SAE stuff after I sold my Pioneer SX680. I went into separates, and I got SAE preamp and amp.
All right, so now what we came halfway across the country for is one of the original Sansui switch boxes. So with a switch box like this, you can actually hook up 10 different pairs of speakers, 10 different amps, 5 different turntables, and 5 other inputs like, you
CD,
know, yeah, tape deck, whatever you want to hook to it. So you can like build out a giant system, kind of like you have back here. You just upgraded to a larger one.
I just outgrew it.
Yeah.
I outgrew this.
Yeah, but this is the first time I think in like 3 or 4 years I saw this, and it was kind of funny how it worked out because I was bidding on this, and I got sniped with 1 second left, and it went up to I don't know whatever my top bid was. And I was like, I was for the first time in a long. I don't do eBay. It's very rare. It's only when I get a notification for a certain piece.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'm sitting there like the countdown is going on. My heart's kind of going boom boom. Like I'm like it's not that important, but I'm like you're just into it.
Yeah, right.
You
right.
do eBay. You know
Yeah,
how it is.
yeah.
I saw 1 second. I'm like, all right, I got it. And then boom, price changed. I'm like, no. So then you texted me.
Yeah. The guy thought it was a preamp.
Looks just like a preamp.
And he was like, I'm sorry, I thought it was something else. Can I cancel my bid? Yeah, okay, fine. You know, because I saw there's several other guys bid. And then I'm looking at a second chance offer. I see Lenny Florentine. I'm like, where do I know that name from? I'm like, oh my God, the YouTube channel. And so I contacted him, and here we are.
On top of that, on the 4th of July, I'm sitting out watching fireworks, right? And we're at the field. Actually, it was the 5th of July. It was the second fireworks show I went to. 5th of July, we're sitting out on this field. I get a notification from eBay that the item was relisted. And I'm like, this is taking a dark turn. And so, but I texted you. You were like, it's an auto relist.
Yeah.
And I figured that was the case.
Once the cancellation went through, then it auto-relisted.
But I was like, oh no, if somebody else bids, it's just going to be a big pain. So it worked out. Let me show you the back. So you can see where you put all of there's your phonos. You got these giant grounds here. From other output, meaning your tape deck or your tuner or whatever you're doing, to phono input of amplifier. So if you are using a turntable plugged into here, you have to run that to the amp that you're using. So you can run it out to 10 different amps and use one turntable or 5 turntables on 10 amps. And then here's for your tape monitor for all the other inputs. And then here is the monstrosity of a disaster that is the speaker terminals on the back of this thing. It's
pretty tight.
That is a tough way to do things. But it is what it is. Now they also made, what are the Pilot amps?
I'm not sure exactly what those do.
Oh, you know, there may be, so some of these, there's different things they do with these switch boxes. So the Pioneer actually had a cable instead of this that went to a separate box.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a display that you can put on top of it that has lights that tell you what input and stuff you're on. So I'm guessing they make one
that lights up.
So you could put one for which amplifier and which speakers you're using. So if you have that, hit me up. Let me know. It's probably,
That's what he
you're
wants
probably
next.
not getting rid of it, but now I'm looking for it apparently. There we go. So now we have something added to the store. So if you come by All Elite Audio, you will see this in the store And I appreciate it, Dave. This is
Hey,
really cool.
my pleasure.
So, not for sale, but it'll be in the store for you guys to check out when you come visit. I then went up to Michigan where I met RJ, who has the world's largest RTR speaker collection, which you'll see a video on shortly. But he also was a big collector of Sansui. Big Sansui guy, and I, on the way here, picked up a Grail. So back here.
Oh my gosh, look at it.
Is
The
Sansui
actual
switch
box. How heavy this is, man. Like, this is a tank like everything they built.
Isn't that wild?
Now, Lenny has promised to sell this to me.
This is a promise. As soon as I'm ready to sell it, this is the man I'm calling.
Now, you're not going to not ever be ready to sell it, right?
Oh no, everything's always.
Well, if it's always for sale, let's go put it in my basement right now.
He's got to let me do a video on it at least first.
Dude, that's
Isn't that
awesome.
wild? There it is.
Man, that is
The
amazing.
official switch box.
That is beautiful. Like, I feel like if I were to drop this on the ground off of maybe like a 2-story building, it would leave a crater.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
You bench press it and get into weight. It's just a switch box.
I can't wait to open it up and see how it's wired on the inside. And
Oh, man.
it's
Gorgeous.
Probably pretty wild.
All right.
So, all right.
Well, when you are ready, this is mine.
I gotcha.
All right, buddy.